right, this should be a great match. We have Hussein in the black rash guard. Well, I guess they both have black rash guards, but yeah, Diego with the brown sleeves. And both these dudes look like strong, big dudes. This should be a great match to watch. It should be very explosive, I imagine. But sometimes when you say that, they end up a little bit slower too, right? So maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I'm anticipating a pretty good match. But sometimes, neither one wants to engage. But it looks like that's not the problem here. It looks like we are going to have some fireworks. And to get these takedowns, we always want to grip fight, and that's what they're doing first. Always grip fighting. If a grip lands on you, you want to get that off you, and you want to control the grips at all times. So it's just hard to engage without winning the grip fight first, right? Because they can use those hands to stop you from entering those takedowns. Also looks like Diego's kind of like fainting here. Oh, jumps for that guillotine. Got some air there. And these guys are ready to go. I'd like to see a little more commitment, like they go for these big movements. You got to counter them. You got to be ready for the counter. Arm drag, right? Unsuccessful. Now he's on the bottom. And yeah, I imagine Hussein's going to have a pretty strong top game. It's going to be hard to get swept. Just based off of his build, it looks like he's going to have some really good base here. But, I'm sure Diego has some strong legs too and some great sweeps. And looks like he might be trying to go for, get to a triangle or maybe, maybe using this elbow from like a butterfly sweep. It's going to be hard to do without the butterfly hook in there. It's going to be hard to lift him using only your elbows. So I like to see Diego improve his leg positioning first before going something like this with his hands. But it's definitely going to distract Hussein here. It looks like it's going to be a little hard to get some passes going. But now he goes underneath the neck, drops down for the guillotine. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish this. He's kind of on his back here. He wants to get more on his side. And, I think that's going to be a problem. I don't think he's going to be able to finish this. But maybe he'll be able to scoot out to his side. But now he's got half guard kind of like on like the wrong leg. And not necessarily wrong, just like the less ideal leg to really get torque on that neck. So what he wants to do is kind of rotate the back of the head, pushing his neck into his own wrist, and it's just going to be hard without a good leg positioning and without being on your side. I'm pretty sure he's going to let go of this. Oh, he might get Von Flue choked here. Look at that. And one thing to do is really smart to trap the hand so you can do the Von Flue choke. But I don't know. I got a feeling he's not going to go Von Flue. I think he should though. I think he'd be wise to. Oh, he gets flipped over now. Beautiful work, straight for the arm bar. See, I think this is the best strategy. Always not finishing these big movements like just being over. We gotta keep going and go to step 2, right? Keep progressing, especially when against with these big dudes. Especially he's going for the arm bar. He's got to get. It might be. I don't know. Looks like he might have a tough leg positioning here to quite extend the arm. But maybe a triangle on the way. We're going to see what happens. But, if I were him, I would try to get my left leg more on the other side of Diego. It will be easier to finish the armbar. And Kimura, it might be hard to get the angle here unless Hussein comes up to his knees. I think it'll make it a lot easier to get the arm behind Diego's back. Yeah, you might be able to get. I don't think you'll be able to get the reverse triangle only because he's got super thick, short legs, and I have the exact same problem. So I know I know exactly how it is. So it's gonna be hard to get the reverse triangle. I think his best bet is to finish the Kimura. Let's see how he's getting on his. He was starting to get on his knees, have some success. If I were him, I would just abandon that. I would abandon that kind of triangle locked up like that. I would just go on my knees. Putting my knees on the mat. See, that's what he does, but he lets go of the Kimura, and I think he's going to go for the armbar now. I think he's going to spin around for like a far side armbar, but he doesn't want to do it too quickly either and lose positioning. But if he waits too long, he might also lose positioning. So, and that's what happens. He lost positioning. Not necessarily. He's still in side control, so all good, but. I'm sure he'd rather have finished the match with the armbar by now. I think he just kind of hesitated a little too long, but it's hard to say without asking him. And he does have the grips to go for far side armbar again, but ideally you want to isolate that other arm to make it easier to spin around. See, he's having trouble. Oh, beautiful. He spins it anyways, but Diego times it so he can get up on top. And now he's kind of in this like transitional type of attack and guard. It's going to be hard. I think Diego's going to be able to pull his arm out from here. But we'll see what happens. If to do that, he'd really want to pry his arm out, using his knee or maybe his hand to kind of push off Diego. And you can see that's exactly what he does. Beautiful work from Diego, getting free of that attack. So great job. And Hussein's got the knee shield here. It's going to be a little hard to pass, just kind of grinding through the knee shield. I'd like to see Diego improve his angle, maybe putting Hussein on his back, and then if you're on your back, it's hard to get a knee shield, because a lot easier if you're on your side, just because that's the direction that your knee's pointing in a knee shield. So we'll see how Diego tries to deal with this. I think, to me, it looks like he's just kind of trying to grind through, but maybe go for the arm weave pass like we saw from Darren earlier, trying to attempt that. And he wants to get control of the head to be able to do this. Oh, now he's going with a body block. He might have some body block passes up his sleeve. Trying to step over that leg, that knee, that make it a lot easier for sure to pass. And, if it were me, I would try to bring my left foot, if I were Diego, bring my left knee, rather, over Hussein's right thigh, just like he does. Beautiful. Yeah, it was great work from Diego. And now, if it were me too, I would try to control the head, but great job from Hussein, making that space, getting that knee shield back in. Again, it's hard to pass on the person that has a knee shield. And I think Hussein might try to get his close guard here, and make some space. But maybe not. I think beautiful. It drops down for a leg lock. Has that reap going for, now it's a 50-50. I'm sure he's got quite the squeeze, quite the power on those leg locks. So we'll see if he can finish. But no, he gets out. Hussein does a great job. Now they're just going to reset in the middle, and the reason why he was able to escape that leg lock was because he freed his knee, right? To free yourself of a leg lock, you want to just focus on clearing the knee line, getting your knees on the other side of their hips. So he's staying. Oh, beautiful, good job getting that, rolling him over. Hussein was just committing a little too much weight forward. You can hear from his coach reminding him to breathe. I think that's a great coaching from his coach, just because these matches can be quite grueling, and sometimes you end up holding your breath, or just kind of sprinting a little too fast when you don't have that, you can't sustain it sometimes. So getting those extra breaths, that reminder is a good idea. And just from here, Hussein's going to have a hard time sweeping from his back. He should have just stayed on his butt. It would make it a lot easier to it'd be a lot easier to get the sweep. Right now he's just kind of in danger of getting past here, right? And I like this from Hussein, grabbing the leg like that. That's something I like to do too. And he wants to look to clear that leg over the knee, but then he starts losing it. Maybe Hussein might go for omoplata here. It looks like he lost it now that Diego's got that tight body block. Great technical battle from both guys. Again, he wants to put Hussein on his back, on his side. Hussein is too powerful, has too much angle to his disposal. Looks like he's going to go for the armbar or maybe Kimura. It was a great technique from Hussein. I think he's going to go for the armbar. I'm pretty sure. But I mean, it is tough. It's hard to armbar someone that has top position, right? So we'll see if he's able to get that. And Hussein gets out, Diego gets out. Looks like Hussein's getting a little tired. I mean, I don't necessarily blame him. I mean, these are two big dudes that are working very hard right now for our entertainment.
One minute remaining in the match.
There's 1 minute left. Let's see if we can get a submission in this amount of time. You can see both guys are visibly tired, and like I said, you can't blame them. I mean, these matches might look much easier than they are, but trust me, they are very grueling. It's very hard to compete in jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts. It's in general, it's the cardio is the hardest part. The cardio is king, right? If one person had, better cardio than the other right now, maybe they'd be able to get a submission and come out on top, because both guys do look visibly tired. All right, working that Kimura. He's going to try to roll him over. I don't know if he's got the angle to do it, especially without having any guard to his disposal, just kind of being like almost like side control. He's got to worry about Diego spinning around for the armbar. But it all comes down to wrist and elbow positioning, whether or not you can actually get that spin. So, yeah, great job, boys. Looking good. That's the end of regulation time. But we still have more to come from these two to decide a winner. We're going to put 2 minutes on the clock. And again, both guys are a little tired right now. I bet you they're both wishing they would have done just a little more cardio to prepare, but I mean, nobody likes cardio. I got a feeling both guys are going to be very conservative and not make too big of movements. Make sure the other person doesn't score on them. Yeah, see, beautiful work from Hussein, always working to get on his side, using that knee shield. I'd like to see an underhook, or basically he should try to get an underhook with his. Oh, beautiful though. Yeah, he goes for that kind of inverted armbar again. I think he might be able to get it. I don't know if Diego has his hands locked up together. They're not, obviously, because his hand's on the mat. So he might be able to extend his arm. But he does have his hand on his leg. And just in general, going for an arm. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. Great job. Great job. Yeah, like I was going to say, going for an armbar, the hardest part is breaking the defensive grips, right? But, Diego didn't have any defensive grips other than his hand on his thigh. So, yeah, I could see that was going to be a finish. I was pretty confident.
From the blue corner,